It started with the drum. The oldest form of the man is known. Oldest form of communication was the drum. Yes, and it started with us. The beginning of time, all the time. Yes, Brother Ola, thank you, brother. You gave us a message, and we're going to follow. We're going to move on. Happy Kwanzaa. Habari gani?
Habari gani?
Habari gani?
Habari gani?
The principle for today is Imani. You got to have a whole lot of that to make it in this country. A whole lot of faith. And a lot of kazi. A lot of work. So, happy Kwanzaa. And what's the news? The news is Imani. Imani. Imani is the news today. So, brothers and sisters, we'd like to welcome all of you here. And before we go any further, we'd like to get permission from the elders to proceed. Elders, Elder, we have your permission to proceed.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we've gotten permission from the elders to proceed. I want to let you know that we're celebrating Kwanzaa, but more important than the celebration is the practice. We got to practice those 7 principles, make them part of our everyday lives. And that's what we did to make this happen. It was a whole lot of kazi, a lot of work, collective work and responsibility. And you have to have a whole lot of F-A-I-T-H, Imani. But right now we're going to move on and we're going to light the candles for today. And start off lighting the candle for unity. That was the first day of Kwanzaa. Then we had some Kuchichagalia, the second day. Then we had some Ujima, the third day. Then of course, we're going to have a whole lot of some Ujima, cooperative economics. Near, purpose. And we got some Kumba. But today is Imani. That's what we're celebrating today, Imani. So we're lighting the candle for Imani on this day. So today is the last principle of Kwanzaa, Imani, the foundation to all of the others. If you don't have no faith, you might as well hang it up. So you got to have some Imani, some faith. But before we go there, we do libation.
We call libation in
ancestors, those martyrs that came before us, those freedom fighters that paved the way, that gave their life so that we may have life, those that struggled on our behalf. We honor you not only in word, but we honor you in deed, and we pour libation in your honor. We pour libation in honor of our bloodline ancestors, those ancestors that came before us, whose shoulders we stand on. We pour libation, pray for light, peace, and healing for our ancestors of the past, for our ancestors that have returned, and for our ancestors that will return once again. All praise is due to all of those forces that continue to provide life as we know it. I say, oh, and tap, and tap, and tap.
Let's go to a wedding. You see, they never thought Mama Timbo would ever get married. And it's not because the girl ugly. No, she's not some skinny, dry, chicken bone looking woman. The African woman, she got plenty of this, plenty of that. Let's go to her wedding. Tonight's the wedding feast. The men arrive with the slaughtered beast. The sound of chanting fills the air. For miles around, all the people cheer. What they say? Mama Timbo's getting married tonight. All the spirits will be chanting her delight. Mama Timbo's getting married tonight. The birds are calling Mama's youth is very bright. Ela peka la bella kaya. 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 You see, when Mama Timbo was born, all the people in the village, they said, oh, what a beautiful, beautiful girl. They went to her pa, the chief. They said, where you gonna name fine girl like this? He think. He walk around for 3 days. He come back, he said, we will name her Mama now because she won't be single for long. The girl too pretty, yeah? That wise man, that smart man, he got plenty of hairs. He got gray hairs in his nose even. Yeah, that man's smart old. Anyway, so now she's getting married. But you know, at first she didn't know. She went to school and there was nobody there she wanted to marry, but now the girl, she got knowledge. She went to college. She getting married. She found herself one nice drummer boy. And now we're going to her wedding. You want to sing the song with me? Mama Timbo getting married tonight. All the spirits will be chanting her delight. Mama Timbo getting married tonight. The bones are thrown in Mama's future's very bright. Ela peka la bella kaya. 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 The bones they throwing, that's not Mama Timbo's bones, though. No, the girl not skinny at all. She juicy. That no skinny, dry, bone-looking woman. No. Mama Timbo, she got plenty good things. She getting married, Here we go. Hey, I said there was a Google time in the village tonight. I said that's like Kwanzaa time, so we will be festival. We will do all the principles at once.
This is our eldest member,
We are phenomenally amazing people. This is a healing experience for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Celebrating our heritage.
This is Kwanzaa.
I know you're living day to day, trying to do for your people, trying to make a way. The government don't have a solution for your problems. The government don't have a solution. You have to do for self. One people, one love. One people, one love. Ooh, freedom.
Now, the message for today, the message for Imani, for faith, is going to be delivered by a special sister who's given so much for the liberation of black people. Sister, I said, will you come step up, please? So be ready to hear the message and take notes, brothers and sisters. Peace.
Thank you, Brother. Divine blessings and greetings to all of you who are taking time to share in this wonderful Kwanzaa celebration. I am here to speak on the final principle, Imani, which is faith. And I want to talk about faith from the 5 W's perspective. We're going to talk about what is faith, when is faith needed, why is faith important, where does faith come from? And it's interesting because I got the call on yesterday asking me to come in and speak on this topic. And I kid you not, while I was walking to my car and when my phone rang, I was pondering on what am I currently working on within myself. Because as a spiritual teacher and healer, I am constantly working on my own spiritual evolution. And what I was pondering was that in this next year, I was going to build my faith in the Supreme Divinity. Because with everything that's going on in the world right now, the future is bleak. We don't know what's going on. And so it's interesting that right before my phone rang, that is what I was pondering on. How will I lean closer into the divine and let go of the need to be in control and to know the future and to just rest and know that I am covered. And so it's very apropos that I'm here standing before you all to bring you this divine message. And so I want to start out with, what is faith? Faith is trusting in that unknown. But the unknown what? Someone can go out and put some money down and buy a lottery ticket and say, I have faith that I'm going to win. Faith in what? Faith in the lottery system? Faith in yourself? And so when we think about what faith is, we want to have a clear understanding that faith, in order for it to be effective, has to be in the Creator. And so when we are focusing on developing our faith, we want to make sure that we are directing it towards the divine creative life force. I don't care what you call it, God, Goddess, Creator, Creatress, Jah, Ra, it doesn't matter. It's the same life force energy that sustains all of our lives. And faith allows us to connect to that hidden aspect of that creative life force being. I'm going to repeat that. Faith allows us to connect to the hidden aspect of the Creator. And so that leads me to the next W, which is, when is faith needed? Faith is needed in the face of fear. I repeat, faith is needed in the face of fear because it is that thing that will allow us to overcome the fear and to move beyond it. So when I think about the great Harriet Tubman, and when she sat and pondered on that first attempt to leave her oppressor, and all the people around her were riddled in fear and doubt. But she had to dig deep within herself to find something to rise above that fear, to take that journey. And what she found within herself was faith. But faith in something in particular. It was faith in the divinity, the divine force, the God is the Creator. And that faith replaced her fear, and she stepped into her divine alignment, and she left her oppressors. And she created a pathway to freedom that each of us today have benefited from. So the first time she took that journey, she had to take it on faith, faith in the Supreme Divinity. But by the third and the fourth and the fifth time, that faith was replaced with something. It was replaced with the revelation that she was going to be protected each and every time she did it, because she was protected and guided the first time. So faith is also important, and this is the why, because it not only takes away the fear factor, right? It is what leads to the revelation. What is the revelation? The revelation is when the Creator reveals his or herself to us. When the Supreme Divinity reveals his or her power. And the only way that that is revealed to us is through the process of faith and going through the journey and realizing that, yes, God took me through it. The Creator got me on the other side. And if it happened for me once, twice, 3 times, it will happen over and over and over again. And so I encourage all of us to reflect on the last W, and that is, where does faith come from? It comes from knowing that in each and every one of us, the Supreme Divinity resides, lives at our core. And our oppressors have disconnected that connection. Our conscious awareness has been disconnected that God lives at our core. And so now, because we have been consciously disconnected from that truth, we don't know what to pour our faith into. And I'm here to encourage all of us to pause as we go into 2021 and remember that the Creator is that force that allows your heart to beat every day. It allows every inhalation, every exhalation. So regardless of the fact that the oppressors have broken our conscious awareness that we are connected to Source, the next time you inhale and exhale, the next time you feel your heart beat, you let that be the proof that the Creator is within you. And you pour and you direct your faith as we go into this unknown abyss, this year of 2021. The evil doers, the oppressors, seem more powerful and magnanimous now than ever. It looks like they're coming in for the last deadly blow for our people. They have riddled us with AIDS, drugs, syphilis. They have messed our children up with the vaccines. We have a slew of children now that are on the spectrum of autism. Now they're poisoning us with this COVID. And it looks like we are at that last hour. But the beautiful thing about being oppressed to the degree that we are being oppressed to right now is that we have no choice now but to dig deep, like Harriet Tubman did, and find the faith in the Creator, because that will reconnect our conscious awareness back to the Supreme Divinity, the God, the Goddess within us. And that is where our power lies. That is how we raise back up into the giants that we once were, to slaughter this beast that seems unslaughterable. And so Maulana Karenga didn't make a mistake when he chose Imani as the last principle. When he chose faith, it was because we are going into another year of the unknown. And for all of us, this is probably the most scariest new year that is approaching us. But if we take the message that the Creator is sending to us, look at this as an opportunity to go back in and reconnect to me, and I will rise up in you, and we will raise above our enemies and defeat them and slaughter them in the 11th hour. And with that, I send love, peace, prosperity, and the power of faith to all of those that are watching this broadcast. Patap.
Yes. I hope Sister I said don't mind if I add something to what she said. And she can correct me. I'm ready for correction. The stronger your faith, the greater your chances of defeating the enemy.
Yes.
Your faith is weak, you have no chance. But if your faith is strong, the enemy doesn't stand a chance. So let's move on this day, the last day of Kwanzaa, to make certain that our faith is strong. Our children, our parents, our elders, our community embrace faith and all you can embrace it with, so we can move forward into this new year victorious. And what did he say? The struggle continues. That's right. Is that okay, Sister? I said?
Yes, it's
Thank you. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, on this last day of Kwanzaa, we've heard messages here and there, and all of them contributed to our liberation. Every message you've heard to this day will help us with ingredients necessary for us to move forward for complete and total liberation. Because until we have complete and total liberation, we're not going anywhere. I'm not free unless you're free. You're not free unless I'm free. So together, we'll be free. We need to work together in unity. We need to work together, self-determination. We need to work together, collective work and responsibility. We need to work together in Ujamaa, cooperative economics. We work together with a clearly defined purpose. When we work together with the creative energy and juices that we need to move forward. When we work together with a whole lot of F-A-I-T-H, Imani, faith. Thank you, brothers and sisters.